Hi, I'm Charlene Pickram, the owner of Pick Empowerment, and welcome to my series on social emotional intelligence. And today I want to look at service orientation, which is part of the quadrant that addresses others' awareness. And so service orientation, of course, it's important, particularly when we're looking out for other or we're trying to meet the needs of our customers. So what exactly is service orientation? Well, service orientation is all about being able to anticipate and recognize others' needs so that you can actually meet them. And if we're talking specifically in regards to, say, it is your job to meet the needs of others, there are two forms of customer needs: internal and external. Internal, the way I think about it is I think of the Great Big Convention Center that was just recently built here in Halifax, Nova Scotia. And a couple of times I was down and did the walk around the blocks where the construction was occurring, and there was a plethora of different companies, trades, working together to reach the one goal, which was build the center. And so internally, they all of those identities have to work together. There has to be some customer service there so that if an individual has a date set for laying down the pavement or the concrete in this case, and they don't get that done on time, while the next trade that comes in and is lined up to do the next stage of their operation is going to be delayed. And we saw that there was a 2-year delay on that project itself. So, which indicates that maybe there was some issues with internal customer service, which comes back to service orientation. Now, there's also external customer service, which is very much what we focus on in the business world. I think a little bit to our detriment, because service orientation needs to be holistic. If you're not working well within the team to meet an objective, then you're not going to be able to provide what your customer really wants. And you're obviously not giving credit to your brand, because obviously you're serving that or providing that kind of service to your external customers, or they wouldn't be coming to you. So it's really essential to have service orientation to meet internal and external customer service needs. And so what does it mean? What does it mean to have a good service orientation? Well, it's all about being able to understand the needs of the individual that you are providing the service to, and that you can grasp or have an understanding of their perspective. And during the process, you're able to monitor that individual and see if there's any changes in their needs, and appropriately support that change so that you're enhancing their satisfaction. So it's not just a one-step process, it's multifaceted. And if you're working with an individual, say over a 5-year period, or even just for 15 minutes, there's always a process to customer service. And they're in place, policies, procedures, all of those for a purpose. And it's to help you meet the needs of the customer. Although sometimes we, push those boundaries regarding the policies and procedures, sometimes to meet the changing needs of our customers, but we still maintain the values and beliefs within the company. So what does it mean if an individual doesn't have good service orientation? internally or externally. Well, this individual unfortunately is challenged with not being able to really focus on anything but their own individual objective. So this is an individual where the team has an objective that everybody is supposed to be focused and moving towards, and then all of a sudden one team member who doesn't have the service orientation goes, I have a little ulterior kind of objective I want to meet for myself. And it kind of derails the entire team because they're missing that internal customer service, because one of the essential parts of their process is not in line with the team. So because they're, focused on their own objectives and they're all about fulfilling their own needs, they very often speak poorly of others. And as we know, that's about them. That's not about the person that they're speaking about. That is a reflection of self, how we talk about other. And so just be aware of that red flag. As well, this individual is not going to be willing to advocate on behalf of a team member, so that internal customer service, or a customer on the floor who's not satisfied and is threatening to leave and take their money with them. And so, they really fail to provide the help that is required to meet their needs so that they are satisfied with the engagement that they had with that person, that brand, the company. And that's why service orientation is so important, internally and externally. If you're not meeting the external customer needs that are out there, and you're not leaving individuals with a feeling of satisfaction, then they're not going to be coming back, and you're not going to have the money you need to pay the internal service individuals. So, and on top of that, then there's the uncertainty for the individuals in the business and the team, because the brand is starting to fall apart. But it can go either way. If individuals are not looking after their service orientation and enhancing that within the internal service area, then you're going to have things break down within the system. And so service orientation is very important and something to really pay attention to when you're hiring individuals. Do they have a positive service orientation? And you can test that with a social emotional intelligence profile. And so, again, think about that. Are there individuals on your team who do not follow the objective of the group and the team and the process, and who speak poorly of others, are unwilling to step up and help when someone's not satisfied for the betterment of the brand and the company, and who are unwilling to advocate for others when potentially they see something go wrong or astray. And again, so important to foster in self for return of investment for the company and the individual. It assists them in their personal life as well. But it's important to understand that it's not always about servicing others. Sometimes we need to take care of self too. So it's important to know about balance. So I hope you found this video informative, and if you have any questions or concerns, please do reach out to me at 902-225-5996, or you can email me at cpick, so that's CPICK, @live.ca. Be well.